I used a neon brush to create some of the patterns for my Modern Art 2 set. So I'm going to show you how to make a neon brush. Those are real fun to do. We're going to go in and we're going to change the background color to black. And we will change the brush color to white. And then we're going to create a new brush set. So we're going to come all the way up here to the top. And we're going to tap on this plus sign right here. And we're going to name this Neon Brush Set. And then we're going to tap on this plus sign here to create a new brush. For the spacing on this, we're going to put it all the way up to max. And then we're just going to pop into rendering and change that to a light glaze. And then we're going to go to the Apple Pencil. And we're going to change the opacity of this from max to none. And then we'll go down one into the properties. We're going to use a stamp preview. We're going to put the preview size to 20%. And we're going to set the maximum size, which is right here, to 800. And then we'll go down to About This Brush. And we're going to call this a dot brush. And we'll tap on Done. And then we're going to use this dot brush to create 4 dots. The first dot we want to create is going to be at 20%. There we go. And we'll tap in the middle. And then we want to center this. Get the orange lines going just like this. Then we're going to go up a layer. Let's rename layer 1 to 20. That way we know which one it is. That's because the previews all look like they're the same size. For layer 2, we're going to go up to 24. And we'll tap, and we will center, and we will name this 24. As you can see, 20 and 24 look exactly the same, but we know that 20 is actually smaller than 24. Let's go to a third layer, and we're going to go to 45%. There we go. And tap in the middle and center it. It looks like I accidentally got a piece of one in there. There we go. And we will rename this to 45. And then we will go up to a new layer. And we're going to set our brush to 100%. Tap in the middle. Center it. There we go. And we will name this one 100. Then let's create a new layer. And we are going to use the 24 brush here, which I'm trying to move up. The updates have caused some weird things to happen. I'm going to tap on that and click on Copy. You don't have to have it visible to copy the layer. And let's start up a new brush. And once again, we're going to click on this plus sign. And we're going to put the stroke spacing on this one to max. We're going to go into Shape, do Edit, Import, Paste, and tap Done. And we're going to go to the rendering and change it to a light glaze. All of these are going to be light glaze. And then we'll go to Apple Pencil. And we're going to change the opacity from max to none. And then we'll go down into Properties. And we're going to use the stamp preview on this one. And everything else we're just going to leave at a default. Let's go to About This Brush. And we're going to name this the Hole Brush. And the reason we need a hole is because neon tubing usually bends down into an area where it's not able to be lit and goes down through a hole where it's connected to the wires and all that good stuff. And that's what this brush is for. Now you'll notice on the properties for this brush and the next two, the maximum size will be 100 and minimum size will be none. That way, when you change the percentage of all three to be equal, they will be working well together. So let's go ahead and click on Done here. And we're going to go over here to our layers. And we want the Neon Unlit brush. This is the unlit part of the neon. We're going to use the 20, because usually the part that's not lit is a little thinner than the regular one. We'll copy that. We'll come up, we will start another new brush. And this time we're going to put the spacing to 10. That way we don't get any bumps along the road there. And then let's go into the stabilization. And the amount on the stabilization for streamline and stabilization, I am going to put to 50%. Because, of course, I have a shaky hand and I like things to be smooth. Rendering, of course, is going to be light glaze. We'll go into the Apple Pencil, and we'll change that opacity from max to none. And then the properties on this one, we're leaving all the same. And we'll go to About This Brush, and we're going to call this Neon Unlit. And tap on Done, and tap on Done again. And that's our Neon Unlit brush. And that was the 20%. Did I remember to paste that in there? Apparently I did not. So you have to go into Shape, Edit, Import, and Paste. There we go. And what that gives us is just a straight line brush. The default size for new brushes is 51%, and that's where we're going to work with it today. And now what we want to do is create the actual lit neon brush. So we're going to take the 100, the 45, and the 20. We're going to group them together. I'm going to duplicate that group and turn this one off. That way we have a nice copy. And let's go to the 100% brush. I'm going to tap and do a select. And then I'm going to go up here to the magic wand. That's the adjustments menu, where we choose Gaussian blur. And we want to blur that to 100%. And then we'll tap on the magic wand again and turn off the selection. And now let's tap on the magic wand, adjustments menu, go to Gaussian blur, and we want to blur this somewhere between 11 and 15%, and that way we have a nice soft edge. 13 looks good to me. And then we want to go to our 45 brush, and we want to lower the opacity. Let's go 20%. That'll make it nice and transparent. And then we want to turn on the 20 brush, and that's our lit part in the middle. So you get the lit parts, you get the glow up against the actual tube, and then you get the glow from the light outside of that here. I'm going to tap on this group, and I'm going to tell it to flatten. And let's rename that to neon. That way we know that this is for our neon brush. We will tap on it and copy. We'll create a last brush. Spacing, once again, is going to be 10%. And under stabilization, we once again want to set both of the amounts for streamline and stabilization to 50. Then let's go into the shape, and we do our edit, import, paste, tap on done, and done, and there we go. Whoops, we're not done. Let's go back in here. We need the rendering of the light glaze, so we're in rendering. Let's tap on light glaze here. Go to the Apple Pencil, turn off the opacity, change it all the way down to none. The properties, we're going to leave all these at the defaults. We go to About This Brush, and we're going to name this Neon Lit. And tap Done. And done. And now if we go to our layers and turn off the neon layer and go up here to layer 5, let's choose a color. Orange is usually one of the colors that neon lights are. Let's change our background color to, let's go for a dark brown color. There we are. We'll tap on done. We'll go over here to, what is it, textures, I believe? And we've got this wood texture. And we're going to paint that on here like this. That's a little small. Let's make this brush larger. That looks okay. And that way we have a nice wood background that we're going to be working on. So here on layer 8 now, we're using this orange. And we are going to go all the way back up here to our neon brush set. And we're going to make a line that goes up and down. If you want to do this freehand, that works. I find that if I turn on the drawing guide and do edit drawing guide and change my grid size to something that'll work for me, right on about there should be good. And tap done there. Now I can see these lines here. I can draw a line right there. And for letters, shapes, whatever, any tube that is going to cross another tube, you don't want them to touch. So you leave a little space and you go out, leave a little space and go out, leave a little space and go out. And we have just created the letter E. Duplicate this layer, and on the bottom layer 8, we're going to change that to add. See how much brighter that gets? We can change the opacity until it looks exactly the way we want, to make it look like it's a neon letter. Then we're going to create a layer underneath it. We can get rid of the drawing guide now. And we're going to go for a gray color. And we're going to use our unlit brush. So neon signs will have a tube that is not lit that goes into the surface behind it, and an unlit portion of the tube that connects all of the other tubes together. Let's see, I want that one over there. Accidentally undid it. Connect those up. There we go. I want to edit that so that it's behind there. And then put another like that. And then we go one layer below. We're going all the way to black. We go to the whole brush. Now, because each of these three are set at 51% for the size, they are perfectly sized for each other to work. And there's the holes going in. So if I were to change this brush to, say, 65, I would need to change these two brushes also to 65. Just like that. And let's go with a blue neon color. And we'll just do one line here to show you. The unlit brush, which is a gray color. And that needs to go below, not on top of. I'm going to put that just to the edge of that glow. Then we go down one, we're going to choose black, and that's the whole brush. And we tap there, and we tap there. There. And once again, don't forget to duplicate and change the bottom one to add, and then adjust the opacity to make it look the way you want it to look. Now, to make this look even more realistic, let's go here and put a layer underneath our add layer, and we're going to go into the airbrushing. Use the soft brush. We're going to use that same color of blue and just lightly color that in there. And there you have the glow. I'm going to Gaussian blur that a little bit just to soften it out even more. And there you go. We have created a neon brush, and we have attached it to the side of a wall. And I've shown you ways of setting up the glows and everything. I like the back glow better than not having the back glow at all. For the E, if we were to do that, we would need that same orange. And don't forget to follow the shape of your letter. Make sure that it comes out like that. And this one I don't think I need to fade out. But there you go. Alright, well, I hope that this helps you out. And I hope you have a wonderful day.